Hey, this is Arsene from Rambling Rican, and yes, I'm still sick. Either way, I just wanted to make a couple updates. There are 2 air dates that I wanted to make sure you guys knew. And the first one is Kunoichi. It is the 9th tournament. It is probably, 8 years, almost 9 years hiatus in between Kunoichi 8 and Kunoichi 9. Good news is that they did not copy the format for Kunoichi 8. So that's gone. There's a couple changes to it. First and foremost, it is indoors. And so a lot of people are like, wait, what? It looks actually pretty cool. It does remind me a lot of Sportstanci, which is the spiritual successor of Sportsman number 1. But I guess probably because it's just all the colors and stuff like that, it just looks the same to me. Which is not a bad thing, because I like them both. It is the same Sasuke Kunoichi format, where it's one person, against a course, etc., etc. There were a couple of rumors on how it was going to change, but ultimately the format stayed the same. So whatever was thought from before, that didn't happen, which is fine, because it's still Kunoichi, so which I like. It is one less stage, so it is only technically 3 stages. But from what I remember, and we haven't gone through it in a Final Stage podcast, so a lot of these are still a little fuzzy because it's been years since I've seen the original Kunoichis. The original Kunoichis were 3 stages. So, at least that's from what I remember. So it's at least harkening back to the original. The other major thing is that there's only 50 people. So, it was all taped in one day. In fact, last Thursday. And so I was excited because they actually gave permission for everybody to post photos and stuff from in there. I was like, wait, what? I was like excited. I'm like a kid in the candy store going through Instagram and Twitter, and a couple of the management companies managed to do some exclusive photos of their own people. You had roar models, you had talentos, you had musicians, baseball players, ballroom dancers, kickboxers, etc., etc. And at least for those that have been following for a while, or at least would recognize some names, former finalist Mika Watanabe is back. I still know her as Mika Izumi, first woman to ever clear the warp wall in any Sasuke variation. And so she's there as well. Ayano Oshima, who is the credited first clear of the warp wall in Sasuke. She's back as well, which is nice because I haven't seen her in a couple tournaments. And then Sasuke tournaments, and so this is her Kunoichi debut. And another one which was was huge for me, because anybody that has ever followed Kunoichi, Yuka Mizuno. I think she's a 3-time finalist. I have to double check. But who can forget her trying to do the final in the snow? Having to do the final and getting basically what most people remember is that she was the Makoto Nagano equivalent, where she got all the way to the end within slamming the button at the end. She was so freaking close to finishing. I don't think she was as close as Nagano in terms of numbers, but it was really close. And so she was the one that was expected to be, in fact, she was the unofficial Miss Kunoichi, sort of like in tandem with Mr. Sasuke. And she just never really materialized as Ayako Miyake had ended up coming in and just took over. She was the face for a long time, so she's naturally number 50. I was quite surprised because we hadn't seen her in 10 years. The last competition that she had done was 7, which was in 2007. And so it's been a while, so I was quite surprised. And so it was really cool because she posted photos and I want that jacket, oh my god. I even asked, and no, there's no Kunoichi merchandise. I mean, what the heck? I love that logo. I mean, seriously, I love that logo. So it was actually really cool being able to see all those photos. So yeah, the air date to that is Sunday, February 12th. Yes, it's in 2 weeks. It is really, really fast. I don't know what that's going to do to ratings, because most people don't even know that A, it taped at all, and B, that it's coming so quickly. So I'm crossing my fingers and seeing how well it does. I hope it does better than the last Kunoichi. I think because it's still going to be closer to classic Kunoichi / Sasuke, that it may be accepted better. So, and then of course, you know, the normal TBS stuff like, hey, is there a finalist? Oh, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know, the normal things. There's anybody that's been following, you know, TBS type things knows that they'll do anything to get anybody to watch. So even if somebody even, you know, remotely, you know, touched that thing, they're going to say something about it. But I'm excited, and so I like the new location, and I like that it's brought back. And I like that it's still the same format, so I'm excited. So yay! So that is in a couple of weeks. The other one, and the only reason why I'm majorly following it is A, I like obstacle course shows, and B, more importantly, Yuuji's in this. So Ultimate Beastmaster put up some really snazzy trailers, and it's really interesting because you have 6 different countries that are participating. Each of them have their own announcers in their language, basically their own format of the exact same show. It's airing at the exact same time, so each of them had their own trailers. It was really, really cool. So that airs in February 24th, which is a Friday. Interesting. I'm just not used to seeing anything airing on a Friday. But it is all 10 episodes, similar to all Netflix type shows, you know, so it's a binge watch event. And so I'm curious because we'll obviously here in the United States we'll get the English version. I think it's what Terry Crews and I forget who the other person was. But yeah, I'll put all those links in the description and that sort of thing. But yeah, I love the trailer. I think it's actually really cool. It reminds me of Viking because Viking was on a big ship. And so I like the themed type things. So this really reminded me. I know people are saying that it reminds them of Wipeout because it was the exact same location as Wipeout. I just think it reminds me of Viking because it's themed. So I like the look of that thing. So it's huge. So the 2-time Grand Champion of Sasuke, Yuuji Urushihara, is going to be competing. He competed in the first season. Another one that was there that, you know, most people kind of look, wait, that kind of looks familiar. Yeah, it's Kinnikuun. Kinnikuun Nakayama. I think it's Nakayama. Yeah, my brain's not doing so good today. So, yeah, he was in the trailers as well, and so he had sort of like the sumo haircut. I think that's what it is. I don't know. So, but yeah, he's a comedian. Might as well just play it up. But yeah, those two at least, you know, Sasuke vets are in the show. So there are 6 different countries: US, Brazil, South Korea, Mexico, Germany, and Japan for season 1. Season 2 was taped later in the year. We're not sure when that airs, and that has completely different countries. For those who are interested in obstacle course shows, this looks awesome. Some people might actually recognize who the builders were. It's built by ATS, who are the same ones that build American Ninja Warrior. So if there's sort of a connection there, yeah, the builders of, same ones. And so it's really interesting to see what ATS can do with a Hollywood budget. You know, it's produced by David Broom, and it was, I guess also the producer or is it founder? I'm not even sure, but the idea came from Sylvester Stallone. So those two, yeah, Hollywood. So I'm actually looking forward to it. So that's in, I guess, 4 weeks or so. So we'll be covering all that on Final Stage Podcast. In fact, I think tomorrow we end up taping. Should be available later in the week. And so, yeah, it's going to be an all-news show because we have so much to cover, you know, and the funny part with Kunoichi airing on the 12th, that is the day they tape the 3rd and 4th stages of Sasuke 33, so I don't envy the headache that TBS has right now because they're doing 2 tournaments within 2 weeks of each other. So, yikes. So, I'm excited for that as well. So, next couple of months is going to be busy. So yay, we're in season. So either way, next video should be going back to the Rambling Rican in Japan series, finishing off the last couple of days. I've been sick, as everybody knows at this point. Everybody's been following my Twitter can attest to. Yeah. And I'm still pretty sniffly, so yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good in trying not to cough and sneeze all over the place. So, but either way, I just wanted to get those things out because Kunoichi's coming in a couple of weeks and Ultimate Beastmaster in a month, but most people are like, why are you following Ultimate Beastmaster? Yuuji's there, okay? Yay. So, I'll talk to you guys soon and take care.